History is not merely about boring dates memorized from the yellowed pages of old books, nor is it just ruined stones. When you look at the colossal stage of history from high above the clouds, you see an entirely different landscape. Mythology is humanity's attempt to make sense of its darkest fears, its wildest desires, and its boundless potential. Today, we will correct a legend often misunderstood as just fantastic fairy tales told by primitive people. When the ancient Greeks looked at the chaotic and ruthless nature of the universe, they actually saw the vast, boundless universe within themselves. They gave a name to the storm, to the sea, to intelligence, and to wrath. Now we are climbing to that misty peak, Mount Olympus, with you. Because these 12 gods are not imaginary figures who lived in the past, they are 12 different states of mind you need to awaken today in your own life struggle as you build your own kingdom. Here are those 12 immortal powers you can summon from within as you write your epic. Zeus. He is not just a figure hurling lightning bolts from the sky. Zeus is the will that turned chaos into order by defeating the all-consuming time, his father Cronus. When things spiral out of control and everything around you crumbles, stop playing the victim. Zeus is that unshakable calmness right in the eye of the storm. Be the leader of your own life. The lightning bolt is your determination. Do not waste it. Use it only with pinpoint accuracy to establish justice and order. Hera. The superficial, jealous wife narrative in mythology is a massive misconception. Hera is the protector of the universe's strongest bonds, sacred vows, and the foundation of society. When you commit to a path, when you lock onto a goal, there will be thousands of distractions trying to steer you away. Hera's power is remaining loyal to the death to the foundation she believes in. Success belongs not to the most talented, but to the one who remains bound to their endeavor with an unshakable will. Poseidon. He is the master not only of the waters, but also of storms and earthquakes. He is the creator of horses, which represented the most untamable force in antiquity. He is the very embodiment of irrepressible emotions. You have an energy, anger, and frustration inside you as deep as the oceans, my friend. If you ignore them, they will create an earthquake within. Poseidon teaches you not to suppress these emotions, but to channel them. Take that destructive energy and turn it into a massive wave that will carry you swiftly to your goal. Demeter. She is the mother of the seasons, agriculture, and the harvest. She is the most tangible form of patience and labor in the universe. The modern world feeds you the lie of win right now. Demeter, however, strikes you with that ruthless yet fair truth. You cannot reap a harvest without tilling the soil, sowing the seed, and enduring the freezing cold of winter. Do not despair during the winters of your life when everything seems to have stopped. Keep producing, because spring always follows labor. Athena. She is not a savage warrior who loves bloodshed. She is wisdom itself, always defending intellect, strategy, and righteous struggle against brute force. You cannot tear down the massive obstacles in your way simply by punching the wall. Brute force only gets you so far. What will make you a legend is the flawless tactic you build in your mind before stepping onto the battlefield. See the entire chessboard before making your move. Make your intellect your sharpest weapon. Apollo. He is the god of the sun, truth, music, and healing. The famous phrase written at the entrance of his temple, "Know thyself," summarizes his entire philosophy. You can only tear through the darkness of ignorance and uncertainty with the light of reason that Apollo represents. Discipline your life just like a tuned instrument. Know your own weaknesses, talents, and limits. Knowing yourself is the greatest victory to be won. Artemis. She is the huntress who rejects the noise of the city and the crowds of Olympus, lives by her own rules deep within the forests, and never misses her mark. Learn to break free from the expectations of others and the boring molds society imposes on you. Once you set your goal, Draw your bow like Artemis and lock solely onto that point. Silence the noise, declare your independent kingdom, and when you release your arrow, never miss. Ares, though often criticized for his brutality, he is the pure survival instinct that kicks in at the very end, when diplomacy and courtesy fail. Life can sometimes be so ruthless that all plans collapse. When you are backed into a corner, what you need is not elegance, but pure courage. Ares is that primal power within you that refuses to give up, that stands up and continues to fight even when covered in blood and sweat. Feel the fear, but strike that blow anyway. Aphrodite. She is not just superficial beauty. She is the joy of living and the desire for creation that can be born right from the center of destruction and violence, the sea foam. No work done without passion can go down in history. Add your soul to the work you do, the story you tell, and the life you build. Release that creative fire within you. What makes the world bearable is aesthetics, beauty, and the love we feel for it. Hephaestus. He was cast out from Olympus and deemed flawed. But instead of crying over it, he went to the fire and the anvil, making everyone depend on him through the flawless masterpieces he forged. He is the only god on Olympus who breaks a sweat. Perhaps you started life a step behind. Perhaps you have invisible scars. Never use these as an excuse. Just like Hephaestus, lock yourself in your workshop, your desk, your mind. Work so hard and produce things of such high quality that the world that once looked down on you will one day bow respectfully before your creations. Hermes. He is the only god who can roam freely, even between the underworld and Olympus. He is the representation of speed that rejects stagnation, of commerce, communication, and an intellect that can adapt to any situation. Do not be rigid, my friend. Be flexible like water. Instead of headbutting the obstacle in your way, find a way around it with Hermes' quick wit. Keep your communication networks wide. Adapt to the changing world before anyone else does. Dionysus. He is the exact opposite of Apollo's overly logical, calculated world. He is the demigod who frees humanity from the suffocating chains of rules and inspires art, theater, and ecstasy. Do not live life merely as a stressful mission where you constantly need to level up. You cannot control everything. Bend the rules once in a while, know how to celebrate your victories, and surrender yourself to the rhythm of life. Allow that wild, ecstatic side of you to breathe so your soul stays alive. Now take a deep breath. The colossal marble pillars of ancient temples fell thousands of years ago. The faces of those flawless statues have long been erased by the relentless winds of time. But look at the sky. The lightning still strikes with its original majesty. Look at the sea. The waves still batter the rocks with the same wrath. And most importantly, look in the mirror. The gods did not live on that snowy mountain above the clouds. Humanity looked in the mirror. They saw the boundless universe within their minds. The genius, the savagery, the love, and that indestructible will inside them. And they named their reflections in the mirror Olympus. Zeus's lightning bolt is your unshakable will. Hera's crown is your loyalty to the promises you make. Poseidon's trident is that massive wrath you have tamed. Demeter's harvest is the patience you show even in the dead of winter. Athena's shield is your flawless intellect and strategy. Apollo's sun is your discipline and the light that tears through ignorance. Artemis's bow is your uncompromising focus locked onto your target. Ares' sword is your courage that never retreats despite fear. Aphrodite's radiance is the unmatched passion you feel for life and your work. Hephaestus' anvil is the masterpieces you forge by turning pain into steel. Hermes' winged sandals are your quick wit that overcomes obstacles. Dionysus' chalice is your ecstatic and liberated soul that breaks the chains. The throne at the peak of that mountain, built in minds thousands of years ago, is not empty. It waits patiently for you until you sit on that throne and become the master of your own potential. Wow, the human mind is such a magnificent universe, isn't it? If you felt that immortal power within you while climbing this peak today, and if this epic journey inspired you, don't forget to stoke that fire by liking the video. If you don't want to walk alone on this path while writing your own epic, keep listening to Emma. Subscribe to the channel. I'm glad you're here. Stay well. See you soon. Take very good care of that unshakable potential inside you.